What's up, witches? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. So, today we're going to talk about Halloween and maybe clear up some misconceptions about Halloween. So, I have some notes. Let's talk. Often thought of as a dark, spooky, or satanic holiday, Halloween actually stems from a more thoughtful celebration called Samhain, which mainly focused on honoring and connecting with your past ancestors to express gratitude to them, possibly ask them for guidance, and to celebrate the year's harvest. That's how it originated. A lot of people are surprised it has nothing to do with devil worship at all, because during this time period when Samhain or Halloween was first celebrated, people didn't have a concept of the devil. So not only were they not worshiping the devil, it wasn't something that was even believed in. Now, was there a belief that there evil existed or evil spirits existed? Yes, but not the biblical devil. Like I said, it was all about celebrating and honoring your ancestors who have passed before you, possibly, asking them for guidance. The same way, like my father passed away in 2014, and every once in a while, something will happen in the house, and it's like, it's him. And I'll be like, okay, Dad, like a little sign that you're on the right track or that he approves, so on and so forth. All right, so it comes from, it can be traced back almost 2,000 years to an ancient festival of Samhain. It's a Celtic celebration. And it's the mark of, it's about midway between fall and winter. It also represents the final harvest. Like you're, you have pulled up all your pumpkins, your gourds, anything that you need to pull out of the garden to be stored away for winter has is now done and over with, and it's time for rest and relaxation. So it's also a celebration of the final harvest. It was celebrated on October 31st, the night before their new year of November 1st, which Celtics celebrated their new year on November 1st. They believe the spirits of the dead returned to earth on that night because the boundary between life and death was thin, and that they would be able to, that the dead would be able to hear them honoring them, and that they would be able to possibly communicate with them. Some of the celebration was done with bonfires, dancing, and wearing, and divination. Also, they would wear costumes to scare away evil spirits, to keep them away off of their land and away from their home, and that's where the concept of costumes came from. Over time, Halloween evolved from a pagan tradition, because that's what it was. It was pagan, Celts, and this is before, Bibles, all that. Um, it evolved from a pagan ritual into one of a day of parties, costumes, jack-o'-lanterns, trick-or-treating. Now, um, All Saints' Day, which is November 1st, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a day to honor saints, and some of the traditions from Samhain were incorporated into All Saints' Days, like lighting of the sacred fire, um, having pumpkins and gourds, around, so on and so forth. Now, the jack-o'-lantern, where does that come from? This tradition associated is associated with an Irish folk tale of a man named Stingy Jack, who roamed the world with a lantern made from a turnip. He was a clever drunk and a con man that fooled the devil into being. Now, see, as time goes on, the devil comes in because we're mixing Christianity beliefs and pagan beliefs together. So, fooled the devil into banning him from hell. But because of his sinful life, he could not go to heaven. So he would roam the earth around the world carrying a turnip lantern with a red hot coal from hell to light his way. So on Halloween, the Irish hollowed out turnips, carved them with faces, and put a candle inside, and would go out and about in a tradition called souling, which is when poor people the farmers, the poor people, would dress up and then take their lanterns, their jack-o'-lanterns, and go to the homes of wealthier people to receive treats in exchange for them to pray for the wealthy person's souls. Thus, trick or treat evolved from that. The lanterns would keep, because they were carved lanterns that they would carry, would would keep them safe and protected from Stingy Jack or any other evil spirits. So that is some of the lore of where, how Halloween came about. You know, everybody that knows me knows I'm very open spiritually. My mom is Christian. If my mom wants to go to church, I go to church with her, sit with her. I am not against any religious belief, spirituality, but in the same sense, I do believe that there's a creator and a higher power, but I also believe in some other things too. Um, a lot of people are turned against me in some ways because of the witchy stuff, and I get it, and that's fine. You know, the original Mountain Witch name came from my father. It was a joke. It was because I'm very um, educated and like have this natural knack of knowing like plants that heal, healing remedies. Um, I make salves, I make healing, all kinds of remedies because I believe in natural healing over pharmaceuticals. You know, I am not a doctor, but my doctor is open enough where I say, okay, for instance, I had high cholesterol. And I was like, is there anything natural I can take? Because they tried me on a medicine. I had a reaction to it. Is there anything natural I can take? Yes, she said. She gave me the natural remedy. I started taking it, and guess what happened? My cholesterol came down, by natural plant means. So my father would always say when he was sick, go make me up one of your concoctions, you little mountain witch. Because I grew up in the mountains, and I would go pick out things from the hillside, put it together, boil it, whatever needed to be done, and make the concoction of healing. So that's where the mountain witch came from. Now, am I denying that my spirituality is pagan? No, I'm not. I'm not a Christian. I am a pagan. But do I worship the devil? No, I do not. Do I believe there's evil in this world? Yes, I do. Do I feel that we as a people can come together and with love and kindness and acceptance and tolerance can change this world for the better and make it a more loving and tolerable place? I do. I have faith that we can all pull together as humans and um, make this world a better place. Just because I practice witchcraft does not make me a devil worshiper. I don't even believe in that stuff. Like I said, do I believe there's evil around? Yes, I do. Do I do evil and dark things? No, I do not. Anything that I do is to help, and it's geared towards healing and having my energy, positive energy, and expelling the negative energy from my environment, from my home, from my life, you know. So I hope that clears some things up. Especially, I just feel bad, when people think that Halloween is some kind of Satanist holiday. I don't know if it is. Maybe it is on their part. I've never studied Satanism. I don't care to. I don't want to look into it because I just feel it's just very dark and negative, and it just has no part in my life. That's how I feel about it. But as for Halloween, I think it's a fun holiday. In my family, we chose to honor our ancestors. I did a video a couple days ago, last week, whatever. You can watch it, it's on my channel. How we celebrate Samhain or Halloween, if you want to call it that, um, by honoring our ancestors. We have a tea party. We tell stories. We record the stories, and then I write them down so that they're in our family book, so people can look back, because what is remembered lives on. I want my grandchildren to know fun and interesting stories about my father. I want my grandchildren to know stories, fun stories and fun times that I had with my grandmother, which would be their, you know, great, great, great grandmother if it was my grandchildren. My grandmother passed away. Well, I was only 19. So my own children only had a few years, 2 years with her. Um, so they never got to know what a wonderful person she was and all the fun things she would do. And to me, that is what Halloween's about. It used to be we geared it all towards parties for the kids and just having a blast and having fun, trick-or-treating. Now that everybody's getting older, now we're doing the Halloween tea party where we honor our ancestors. We tell their stories. We keep them alive through our memories of them. I mean, how would my grandchildren ever know their great-great-grandmother if I never told a story? Or my great-grandfather, who I have many stories I spent a lot of time with, which would be their third great grandparent. How would they even know of him unless I told the story so they could experience through my eyes and my experiences? So, to me, that is what Halloween's about. Feel free to share how you celebrate Halloween, what you believe Halloween is. Um, you know, that's just my take. Lately I just been seeing some stuff, and, to me, it's not demonic, um, and has nothing to do with Satanism, because I don't believe in Satanism, and I don't condone it at all. So, that's it for today. So, I hope you have a blessed and magical day. And remember, don't let anyone tame your spirit. Bye.